What's up, 971?
Hi, Dave. How are you doing there?
Oh, I'm just sitting here. Sitting here reading.
Good evening. Whiskey 6 Papa Echo 620.
Yeah, good evening to you, Mike. I hear you. I'm pointed south, of course, but I hear you nicely off the back.
Sure was a nice day today.
And it was hot, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little.
Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
982, got you, Charlie. Echo, Fox. And looking south for KB6RQU. And anybody else is down that way, KC5DTU, AA6S. WA6AAJ, whoever.
Kilo Echo 6 Victor Golf.
And there's Robert. Hi, Robert. What is it? 12. I forgot your number.
51. 1251.
51. I was going to say 1261 came up, but I knew that wasn't right. Okay. Good evening. Very nice signal on 432. What are you running on this band?
I am running another hoe loop at 40 feet.
Man, they're working. You're loud here.
Are you running power today, or you have your amp off?
Well, there's about 800 going your way.
Okay. No, I'm getting you about S4.
You're loud here.
Now I'm getting you about S5. Did you tweak the antenna a little bit?
No, I didn't, because you haven't talked long enough. Doesn't matter.
No, you're plenty copyable. It's just usually you're 10 over.
How about it, Robert? Can you hear me?
I can barely hear the guy in the background.
Well, we've got a mountain between us. KG6DE up here in coarse gold.
I got the coarse gold, but you're right at my noise level.
Well, I tried. Mike, I tried.
No, he's got you. Hang on a second. Let me get you to talk a little longer, Robert. I'm trying to find a peak on you, and it's a funny direction. Go ahead.
I'm probably down here. I'm probably 2 miles from AA6S. I don't know, although you probably don't have to tune your mic in for him, or your antenna in for him, because he always runs power.
Well, here I am at 70 degrees, and you've just barely dropped a little bit, so I'm baffled.
Now you're down to like S0 for me. You're down there in the nothingness, so I don't know whether we have wacky conditions again tonight.
Keep talking.
Okay. Still haven't put the Yagis up on the tower, and it's just like one project after another. Today I was working on sprinklers instead, because I know my lawn's going to get fried if my sprinklers aren't working. And then I'm going to try and get the Yagis up on the tower, and that'll give me at least it'll give me some VHF, UHF, and 1296 Yagis on top of the tower. Or it's a MA550 US that mast, the 55-foot mast, but it should give me about 60 feet. I should have 60, 65 feet. I should have the 1296 and the VHF, UHF Yagi at the top.
Yeah, very good. No, I have one of those. It's right outside the door here. Right now, it doesn't have much. It only has 432. It has a broken 1296 on it. Something hooked on the 1296 elements and bent about 4 or 5 of them forward. So the 1296 is functional, but not working well. Anyway, I'm now pointed where you seem to be peaking the loudest, but it's at 180 of all things.
That's weird. And then Bill always says, yeah, if I aim towards the mountains, I get everybody. So it's going to be interesting to see what I get when I'm out further towards the freeway from him. So it'll be interesting. Now you're peaking S9 now.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm getting a bounce off of. I have a hill to the south of me here, and I'm pointed at the hill, and I think I'm getting a reflection on the hill from you.
The good thing about the Ho loop is that it broadcasts pretty much everywhere.
Well, that's what it's supposed to do. Anyway, somebody made comment in there. Who was that?
AJ6 PD 1237.
Okay, hi, Tony, 1237. Let me see. Are you copying Robert down there in Visalia?
No, not at all. That's why I was hoping I didn't jump in at the wrong time. I didn't want to start. I know you were trying to pick him up, so no, I wasn't hearing him.
That's weird. He's very loud here. I can't figure out why another 12 miles and you guys don't hear him. How about you, Daryl? Have you had any luck at all getting copy on Robert down there? KG6 Charlie Echo Fox, are you there? I guess he deserted us, Dave.
I guess so.
K6US 1079 and 1100.
Yeah, good morning or good evening, Aaron, and you're probably hearing Robert in Visalia.
Yeah, he's well, I'm transmitting from DMO6, but he's coming in like a ton of bricks down in Tehachapi.
Yeah, when I hear him in Tehachapi, he's full quieting, and when I hear Aaron from his house, he's just tickling my meter barely.
Well, he's running a whole loop at the house also, but it's very low, and of course, you got 70 watts into it, though, don't you, Aaron?
Well, 75. So here's the Delta Mike 05 transmitter at 75 watts.
Okay, well, I'm pointed due south for Robert, but if you stay on it, I'll point now toward you and make sure that I'm calibrated right. Everything's way off whack with Robert because he's bouncing all over the place. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's what you get with the Ho loops. we equally offend everybody. But yeah, Mike, you seem to be hearing people better than coming the other direction. So I'm looking at the meter on your rig right now, and I'm like 10 over from the Delta Mike 05 transmitter. And but coming the other direction, you weren't as strong. Give me a transmission back in the other direction. I want to look at the meter.
Well, I'm beaming toward you, so you're going to get me beaming at you at that peak direction. I'm at 160 or 159 or so. It's not quite right, but it's close. I probably have a broad enough peak that I didn't see anything. I didn't go completely through you and watch it go down. But you did come way up from where I was peaking on. Now, right now, it's interesting because I'm looking right through Robert. Robert, make another transmission, and let's see what you are with this pointed right through your chest there. Over.
Okay, yeah. So you went from 5 over down to S5, and I've got the preamps on the 9700.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see, this hill behind me, or to the south of me, is called Hildreth Hill. My elevation here is at 1,200 feet. I'm kind of above the lake, and I look across the terrain. I can't see the lake, but I have kind of a downhill slope all the way to the terrain on the other side of the lake, which comes up a little bit. So I have blockage, but it's such a low angle, I don't think it affects much in the way of propagation north-south. And the antenna's a lot higher than what I'm physically seeing when I look down that way. Anyway, the point is, this antenna is at 90 feet. It's a pair of 432 XP 42s, I think, XP, something big, XP 50s maybe. 25 elements in each plane, and there's a pair of them up there side by side. So it's a lot of gain, and I can also go vertical. Just for fun, I'll go vertical for you. Watch this. Okay, here we are, vertical, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the vertical polarity. And then back to horizontal, horizontal, over.
Okay, yeah, you went from S6 to S3 on the vertical, so S3 on the vertical and S6 on the horizontal.
Yeah, it would be more dramatic, but when you bounce off the hill, see, you're getting some reflection. When I go vertical, you're not seeing the full isolation of the vertical to horizontal because the signal goes over to the hillside, some hill somewhere bounces off and then comes to you sort of halfway horizontal. So another advantage, I guess, to the whole loop. It picks you up, picks me up, no matter what direction it's coming to you from. Anyway, very good, Robert. Aaron, take a transmission, and why don't you say hello to all the boys up in Course Gold there? I'm sure they're hearing you big time. K6US in the group, K6MYC. We're all foot dragging for old Bozo 61.
Very good, Mike. Yeah, you're sounding good down in Tehachapi. Now you're pointing in that direction. Band's kind of up and down tonight. I did swing the antenna down south, and I was up on 120, and I could kind of hear the guys down in Southern California. But I think they were all running verticals because nobody was coming in strong, and I didn't even bother trying to check in with them because they weren't coming in very strong. So I don't know. We gotta figure out how to get somebody down there to go horizontal for the Thursday night net. But I tried. I did hear them in there. K6US on the Delta Mike 05 transmitter.
Okay, yeah, you came out of a little fade there, but still Q5, and then came roaring back up again. Yeah, there's a little fade on this path. Well, I don't know. I think Ralph runs horizontal on this band, but he can't rotate. So I don't know where he's pointed, but since he can't rotate on 432, you just have to take whatever he can give you. And the other stations probably are weak, and they're not pointed up your way either, over.
Okay, yeah, that would explain it. I think I heard Ralph in there. He was taking early check-ins before 7 o'clock, but yeah, he never peeked up towards me. But that's okay. I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll get a hold of them and say, let them know that they need to point. Somebody needs to point up towards the north, and we'll try to get them a contact from DMO5. But anyways, keep on trucking on, and let's see. Bozo 61, are you in there? What is it? What's his call sign? Bozo 61, are you in there? K6US.
I don't hear old Bozo 61. We had to call him on the phone to remind him yesterday. I'm surprised he got in yesterday because theoretically he was at church, but he must have gotten home and then forgot to get on. And, of course, we were there very late last night. I don't know how long that net went last night, but it was one of the longest ones I've ever done. I was ready to go to bed when I got in the house. Anyway, okay. Well, we thought we'd have some more check-ins here. I tried to call Kerry on the phone today, and I left a message, but I never got through to him, so I hope he's okay. I don't think they were going out of town. I talked to him here, a couple of days ago on the band, and he said he would call me, and he hasn't called. So I don't know what's going on there. He's got so many doctor visits between he and his wife that he's hardly got any kind of a normal schedule at all there. Okay, QRZ South. Anybody else before we start to rotate here? We're not going to get anything from Atascadero, so we're going to go right on through that direction and right on over and see if we can pick up Lee. Lee should be there vertical tonight, not vertical, but Lee should be there with his Quaggy, but she hasn't been very strong the last couple of times. He's moved it, and every time he moves it, he gets it into a different location. Some are good, some aren't. Anyway, QRZ South, up and down the San Joaquin Valley. Anybody copy before I start to rotate? This is K6MYC Delta Mike 07.
727.
There you are. Hi.
Hello, Mike.
And when's Bill going to be back?
If it's either tonight or tomorrow, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Mike.
Hey, K6US, Aaron in Tehachapi via Fresno.
Oh yeah, well, we like making things complicated. W6AAJ K6US, Delta Mike 05.
Roger. Now you're coming in good.
Yeah, I think he likes that QTH better, even though it's about another 100 miles further away from us here. He's louder here than he is from the home QTH. That's what 7,000 feet of elevation does for you.
Yeah, it's definitely working.
For sure.
KM6 SRR 432.
Hey, hi, Rob.
Hi, Mike and Aaron and Mike and Daryl and Dave and everybody else that's checked in there. 1200 is here also. KN6 UKN.
Yeah, good. Thank you. By the way, and I don't want to pry, and you don't have to talk about it if she doesn't feel comfortable with it, but I was curious as to what you figured out when you picked her up in Fresno. You must have taken her right over to the hospital, and they gave her a clean bill of health. She wasn't having a heart attack or something. What was going on there, over?
Well, she probably doesn't want me to discuss it, but I can generally say that they did a bunch of tests, and they couldn't really find much wrong, so they just guessed on a couple of things that might have contributed to it, and she's feeling good now.
Oh, it didn't have anything to do with the 8 Mai Tai she had while she was down there?
No, but if they were offering them, we would have taken them. We were there 9.5 hours. That's long enough.
Oh, at the hospital. No, I meant wherever she was when she started feeling dizzy. What was she doing downtown in the first place?
She has a class that she teaches at CMAC a couple hours, and she was standing the whole time. So that probably contributed to what she had going on.
Yeah, but it wasn't hot. She was probably in an air-conditioned facility there. So probably wasn't a heat thing. Well, who knows? Just sometimes those things get you. So she was dizzy, and was she upset with her stomach, or just dizzy, or weak? What was the overall status?
Yeah, dizzy and nausea, and that's about all I want to say. KM6SR.
Oh, nausea. Okay, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. But, okay, well, maybe she just ate something bad for lunch or something. Who knows? I wasn't trying to pry, but I was just kind of keeping an eye on her and her health situations, because we're all getting into that age category. So I'm always waiting for one of those issues to come up in my life, over.
Yep, roger. And yeah, we are getting older. You don't want to have that kind of issue, though. KM6SR.
9 hours in emergency?
Yeah, Mike, 9.5.
Holy crap, that's bad.
Yep, well, they did a bunch of tests and stuff, and they all turned out okay. And, yeah, we got home at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, man. I would have been fried by then.
I would have been dizzy and nauseous.
Well, they kept it too cold for that to happen to you. We were freezing. I even went out at 2 a.m. and picked up a little throw at Long's, so we had something to throw over us. And we found a towel, and that's how we survived.
Why would they have it so cold in the hospital?
I don't know. You have to ask them that. It was pretty cold. This one nurse, though, she was kind of kind to us. She brought us a couple of heat packs 2 different times, and that helped.
A what pack, and what hospital were you in?
Fresno Community Hospital, and it's a heat pack. It's a little thing that's probably about 5 inches by 8 inches, and you squeeze it, and it gets warm.
Okay, is that the one that's down right downtown?
Yep, that's close to where she was, so we went right to that one.
Yeah, okay. That's where I was when I got the snake bite on my finger. That's their poison center for the for the county there. That's the best hospital if you have any issues with poison bites or whatever.
I heard they keep it really cold to try to keep the bacteria down. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, that could be, and definitely not much was growing in that weather.
Yeah, just remember your insurance is paying the power bill, K6US.
Oh yeah, but I don't have any control, so I can't worry about it.
Okay, well, we're not getting any other takers, so I guess we ought to start rotating the beams around here. Yeah, it's dead quiet here. Anyway, good evening to you, Mike. We got you in here. You were the last one in. We got most of the people in Course Gold. Dave is here in VBG, and Charlie Echo Fox is here, and Tony is here, AJ6 Papa Delta, and up there in Oakhurst, Mike is in here, W6 Papa Echo. So we got quite a complement, and of course, notwithstanding KM6SRR is in here. You probably heard him.
Yeah, I heard most of them, I think. Some of them were weak. I was pointed north for a while, and then I came down to hear Aaron.
Okay. Well, you want me to, if you want to stay up there in DMO5, we'll see. Well, I don't think, actually, if Tom was home, he might have a better shot at working you there in DMO5. I don't think Lee has got a rotatable capability on that Quaggy. He just aims it generally and lets it go. Okay, here we go to Watsonville. Okay, over here toward AF6 United. AF6 United, AF6U, K6MYC, Bozo Net, over. Oh, well, I don't hear Lee in there. And I can move the antenna up a little bit more here. AF6 United, K6MYC. Let's go up toward Cupertino.
Lee's in there.
Lee? Well, let me go back toward Lee. Lee, make some more noise. Make more noise, and I'll come back on you, Lee. Go ahead. Yeah, AF6 United, K6MYC. Well, you're Q5, but just barely. So not very good conditions here tonight. I went back and forth on you, and you're about where you should be. So surprised that we're not hearing you better. Are you copying me okay over there, Lee? AF6 United, K6MYC, over.
Well, I'm copying you okay. You're on your copy, but the signal strength is way down. Maybe an S1 or something. So 432 seems to be a problem for you here. And like I said, I just have not had a chance to sit down and figure out what the heck is going on. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know where you're pointed, but it's not as good as I've had you in the past, so maybe off a little bit. I don't know. Is that, Mike, are you copying anything from Lee there? WA6AAJ, go ahead.
AF6U, WA6AAJ. Lee, you're down. It's not like the pipeline that it used to be, but you're about an S5. I can copy you, over.
Oh, roger, Mike. I've got a fairly good copy on you. Not a very strong signal, but WA6AAJ from AF6 United. Yes, sir. I've got a very good copy. As a matter of fact, a much better copy on you than I do on Mike. Go ahead.
Roger. Yeah, you've always been real strong going this way, but with me, but it is down tonight, over.
Yeah, I suspect that there is something wrong in the antenna. The antenna speaks okay with the nano DNA, but I suspect that there is some kind of a weak connection or something like that somewhere between the transmitter and the antenna, because I've been having this problem now for the last several weeks, and like I said, I just haven't had a chance to flip everything over and tear into it. I was gone for about 10 days, and then up to Washington State, and had a good time up there, but now I'm back and just trying to plug away at all of the different projects that I have to do. Go ahead there, WA6AAJ from AF6 United.
Okay, Lee, no problem. Yeah, well, it's part of the hobby. Stuff breaks and you got to fix it. Anyway, good talking to you. Good contact. I'll turn it back over to Mike. KF6U, WA6AAJ. Go ahead, Mike.
K6US.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob. Aaron.
Yeah, AF6 United, Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra, Delta Mike 06, over, Lee.
I really have a copy on you there, Aaron. W6US, I think it is. Sorry, I don't have my list in front of me. But, I've got it. You're down just above the noise level. I can hear you, but that's as good as it gets. Am I coming through any better?
No, S0, Lee, yeah, conditions aren't as good, or antennas aren't working like they should, but I hear you over here in Fresno. Yeah, K6US.
Okay there, Aaron, thank you for coming back. I'm also S0 on your signal, and can just barely hear you coming through above the noise there. So, 7-3, I'll have to check this antenna down and see what the heck is going on. It seems like 2 meters is working pretty well, and 6 meters the other night was working okay, so I just, there's got to be a problem in the antenna out there. K6US, and let's see, K6NYC, that's you, Mike.
Okay, finally. It's right on the edge, but it's Q5, so I suspect your antenna is favoring a little bit to the south of me. I think that's what the reason is, because otherwise Aaron doesn't normally hear you. You don't hear him most of the time, do you, on this band, Aaron?
Yes, I do, and a lot of times he's stronger, so he's like right at S0, and the only reason I can hear him is because the band's so quiet. But yeah, I've worked him on 432 several times. We somehow have a pathway between my little hole loops and his antenna.
Yeah, that's amazing, because you're probably hearing him as good as I'm hearing him. He's right on the border of readability. I've got Q5 copy, but that's just it's what you would call a real thin Q5. Any little sparkles in there, and I miss a word or two. All right, Lee, thanks much, and we'll see you on Sunday night with the big signal from 2 meters there. And by that time, you'll be over here and have visited everybody and have facial recognition and all that sort of stuff. Good luck on the trip over with Tom there. Have fun, and we'll see you Sunday night. AF6 United in the group, K6NYC.
All right, 7-3. I'm not sure if Tom is with you tonight or not, but I'll say 7-3 to everybody. Thanks for coming back. K6NYC in the group, AF6 United. Good night.
7-3, Lee. Okay, here we are up toward Cupertino. KD6SOK or anybody else in the Bay Area, K6, KB6PA, BA, K6MYC, anybody?
KD6SOK, good evening, Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Fred. I got two of you in here. Good signal. And you might listen for Jim, WB6JNN. You guys will hear him. He's going to transmit. He's got power, but he doesn't have an antenna except for the satellite antenna, which is pointed up in the sky. But you may hear him, and I asked him if he might just check in with somebody local over there. So I've got you at 507. Who was the other one that I heard to go ahead again?
Gary, Whiskey Bravo 6, November 1090. No, let me turn up the mic gate, sorry. 1090.
Yeah, good evening, Gary. It helped when you turned the mic gain up. I heard you, but it was better when you turned the gain up a little bit there. Very good. Back to you, Fred. And how are you doing over there? You're sounding pretty good and strong this evening. I haven't peaked on you yet, so don't make too short a transmission. Give me a chance to wiggle the antenna over.
Okay. The wind was slower than yesterday. Disappointing, but it was hot. Sweating, so it was 85. It's only 90 degrees today. 7 degrees outside. And thank goodness no more wind for a while. And I see fogs coming in through the Golden Gate Bridge. That's nice. So we'll get some fog in the morning, hopefully, from the coast. Let's see, is that enough transmission now?
Yeah, that seems to be it. I've got very, very narrow beam width here, and you're about 5 degrees wide, and then you drop away. So we got 100% copy, Fred. Okay, on the cooling trend over there. It's cooler today for you, but it was 100, almost 100 here, about 95 to 100 over.
Yeah, that's really hot. I don't know if I could take 100 degrees. Did you work outside?
I did not work outside very much. I wandered around a little bit and sat outside and napped a little bit in the shade, but I didn't do any work today.
Okay, let me see if JNN's in here. Jim, JNN, are you around this evening? KD6S, okay? Mike, I don't hear JNN. I did call. Maybe he's not around the radio tonight.
Yeah, well, he said he would try, but maybe he doesn't. He doesn't have any incentive to get on because he knows the signal's poor. All right, very good, Fred. Let you go. Have a good weekend. I guess you're not coming down for the big swap meet here in Fresno, huh?
I would like to, but the problem is the price of gas is so high now. It's over $6 a gallon. It would cost a fortune just to go down.
Well, it's not $6 down here. It's only $5.99 over.
$6. That's close enough.
Can't take a joke, Fred. Now, where's places here? It's down in the fives, in the mid fives. You just have to poke around, but no worries. I understand. I didn't know you were that close to being a pauper. Are you there, Fred?
Yeah, what is it, Mike? I'm sorry, I missed that. The signal's kind of going up and down a little bit. What was that?
I said I didn't know you were that close to being a pauper, over.
Oh, well, let's see. How many miles is this to your place?
Oh, from Cupertino, probably about 160, 170. You must be having trouble with local noise or something. Are you having problems with Beale Air Force Base or something?
I think so, Mike. I'll let you go. KD6S.
Aren't you copying me, Fred? I'm running full 800 here, and it's your fine copy here, over.
Well, Mike, I think he's having trouble. You at my place, you're going from an S5 to an S1. So at no point do I not hear you perfectly clear. Anyway, before I go any further, Mike, there's
yeah, it's very, very touchy. I moved the antenna just 2 or 3 degrees, and you guys come and go, so the band is in really poor shape right at the moment here at sundown. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Gary. You might take a lesson and see if you hear anybody else there. WB6 WNI K6MYC.
Oh, very good, Mike. Right now you peaked out, so I'm going to talk real fast. All right, I will give a listen. I did not hear Jim. Fred didn't hear him. I didn't hear him. Tested very, very touchy. I mean, blast in, and then it just goes away. You don't know. Anyway, Mike, I'll let you go, 73, but if I hear Jim, I will holler. Yeah, 6MYC, Daisy, 6MYC.
Okay. How about Oliver? Are you in here tonight, Oliver? KB6BA? I don't think I'm going to hear him, but AF6, no, what is Stan's call?
AB6SR.
Yeah. AB6SR. Stan, are you in here? And nothing from Stan either. How about W6PQL? We haven't heard him for 3 nights now. W6PQL, over?
Yes, hello, W6PQL.
Yeah, there you are. Let me get a little more from you, and I'll peek on you, over?
All right, yeah, you may have gone a little bit too far with the antenna, but you're kind of in the neighborhood. Yeah, I've missed a couple of nights, probably, because I've got a swollen right leg, and it's a little tough to get up and down the stairs, so I'm not as attentive as I normally would be. That's related to the surgery that I had a couple of weeks ago. So until that goes down, I won't be terribly mobile anymore. So I'm kind of stuck wherever I am for the day. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Oh, I didn't know you heard. Did you have surgery on your leg? Oh, is this the heart surgery? And that was, is that bothering you? Did you get an infection in the groin area?
Heart. And so it affects the leg, and it just started swelling. And the doctor's aware of it and all that sort of thing. It's just keeping an eye on it, telling me to stay off it, but it's hard to do. I'm kind of active, and I'm staying off of it as much as possible. But that's the deal. They say it might take several weeks for everything to clear up.
Well, that's weird. I've never heard of anybody having any problem with that. That's a funny one. Okay, well, good luck with getting that cured. That's got to be a pain, particularly if you have a house with more than 1 floor. You can crawl around and elbow your way around if you have to, but when you got no way to get up and down the stairs, that's rough. Okay. Well, thanks for getting upstairs this evening. Anyway, good evening, Jim. And I assume you haven't worked QIW. Yeah, I don't think you worked him on 1296 Tuesday, did you?
No, I wasn't on the radio at all Tuesday.
Yeah, okay. I didn't hear you. Nobody heard you, so we didn't think you were there. All right. Take care, and have a good weekend, and hopefully you'll be feeling better by Sunday night there. W6PQL with a pause and listening for KB6RQ, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. Good evening, Jim.
Okay, 775 is here, by the way. He's on frequency.
Okay, go ahead, Mike, and I hear 107. I hear you, Dane, very, very light. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Go ahead, Mike, over.
He says he's hearing you on the stream, Mike, but he doesn't hear you here on frequency.
Well, maybe if he would transmit, I can peek on him, over. I believe I heard you in there. KB6WFC. Make a longer transmission, Mike, so I can wiggle back and forth on you. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, Daly City. Band is really poor. Lots of Queen Sugar Baker. K6MYC calling and listening. Over.
You guys both...
Yeah, I hear him. I hear you, Mike, but heavy Queen Sugar Bake you. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Tell him 73's, Jim.
Oh, he hears you on the stream, if not direct.
I'm copying him direct, but it's in and out because of the QSB. All right, 73 guys. Thanks for the help, Jim. W6PQL, KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC, going over toward Oakley. Here we are toward Oakley, N6RO, K6MYC.
K6MYC from N6RO, Bozo 835.
Yeah, good signal. 835, no problem. How are you doing?
A1, and dinner is going to be chicken breast in the George Foreman cooker, and bok choy, and red potato. And nothing ham radio to report. N6RO.
Yeah, okay, very good. I got most of that. We doubled a little bit. I picked it up too quickly. I thought you were done. Anyway, I got everything except the meat that you're going to have tonight for dinner. Over.
Yeah, it's going to be chicken and bok choy and red potato.
Oh, well, it's Thursday night. I thought you'd be eating Costco chicken salad, but I guess you've trying to take a break from that. Over.
Yeah, I haven't ordered from Costco in quite a while. I need to get enough to qualify for free delivery.
Oh, I see. Okay. All righty. Well, good signal. Anyway, no problem copying. And I know you've got another weekend to rest up for WPXCW coming up. What, next week, is it? Or is it further into June?
Yeah, it's on the 29th, which is, 8 days away. And we did get good news that a replacement tornado tuner for the 80-meter dipole has just been shipped. So we won't have it in time for the contest, but we'll be ready for the fall season out in 80 and 6RO.
Oh, okay. Well, good. It took a long time to get that going. They probably don't make that many of them, do they?
Yeah, I think it was the manufacturer that was the slowdown.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, good.
I had to threaten cancellation to make it happen.
Yeah, oh boy. Well, sometimes you do have to do those things.
Yeah, if I didn't make noise, probably nothing would happen.
I hear you. All righty. Well, 73s, and we'll see you on Sunday night, I hope. And you'll be all rested up and full of dinner. M6RO, K6MYC, 73 for now, Ken.
Yeah, 73, see you Sunday.
How about KO6IQR? How about you, Mario?
KO6IQR, 1189.
I hear 1189, and not a bad signal. And obviously the 432 antenna survived. I don't think that mast fell over, just the one with 6 meters on it. Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was the 6 meter with, I think I had a 2 meter, 77 meter vertical at the very top of it. And I ran out of cinder blocks, so I put it on the antenna that had the most, or the mast that had the most antennas. I had it all the way down, too. It was about maybe 8 feet off the ground, collapsed, but I don't know, man. We had 35, almost 40 mile an hour wind, so it just took flight.
You mean they won't what you steal any steel or rocks or boulders or pieces of cement from the dump? Over.
Well, I have probably about 20,000 tons worth of steel and 2,000 sandbags that I could have taken. It just didn't happen in time.
Okay. You had a big warehouse full of stuff, but you forgot to put it in the car to take it home. Okay, I got it. All right, well, good. You're going to stay up here for the weekend, are you?
My wife's driving up tomorrow morning, and we're heading up to Tahoe Saturday morning and coming back Monday evening.
Oh, okay, so we'll miss you Sunday night. I will keep that in mind. 73s, have a safe drive up there. Enjoy in the little vacation Tahoe area. And we can work you from up there if you get on from the Mobile,
Perhaps, yeah. Maybe I'll take the ATAS. It'll be vertical, but maybe I'll be able to work it.
Well, you might be able to work the guy in Reno. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu is in Reno, and Richard here is really good. He's in Wassaw Valley, but he hears that area around Reno and Tahoe pretty well. So you might be able to get into somebody local there. Anyway, Richard is KD6BQ, Kilo Delta 6 Bravo Queen. That's Richard, KD6 Bravo Queen, and Eric in Reno is N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. So there's a couple of calls to keep an ear out for, and if you would take the radio. All right, 7-3, Mario. Have a great time, and we'll see you back here probably. Well, yeah, I don't think you'll have the 6-meter antenna fixed, so we'll probably have to work you on 1296 on Tuesday next week, huh?
Yeah, 1296 will be the one. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about the 6. I don't want my wife to know that I'm buying more stuff until she's gone.
Okay. Rat hole money, huh?
You bet. Yeah, and I'm missing the. I won't be able to. I wanted to go down to the swap meet, but I'm not going to make it this time. So, oh well. I'll have to spend it on the casino instead. K6NYC, K06IQR. Back to you.
You might come home with a little bit more stuff, and it'll be green, but it may be better than what you'd find at the swap meet. Over.
Not likely. If I win, that means my wife loses it all.
Oh, is that how it works? You win it, and she puts it back in the slots, huh?
Oh yeah, she's a chronic loser. She can win, and she just gives it all back.
Well, that's only fair. The casino really appreciates that, you know.
That's why they give her free rooms and stuff. I don't get jack.
Okay, take care. Have fun.
7-3, Mike.
Bye-bye, Mario. Okay, how about John? Let's see. John, can I hear your 432 tonight? KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. Go ahead.
K6MYC, KD6WVL, 1179, over.
Oh, nice signal. I'm surprised. Signals from the Bay Area were just pukey. But you guys are sounding really nice here with small systems. So north-south path's fine. It's the east-west path must be awful. So luckily I don't have any more east-west to worry about. I'm going only north from here. So hopefully it'll be good into Carson City and up into Wassaw Valley there. Anyway, good to hear you. And a little hole loop's working pretty well for you. I should say Aaron has a hole loop down here, and he worked all the way over into Watsonville this evening from South Fresno. So that's quite a haul for a hole loop. So they do an amazing job. One of the guys who's also in Visalia has one at 40 feet, and he's just roaring in here. That's Robert, KE6 Victor Golf. But you probably won't hear each other. You're too far apart. But he's got one. He's going to have more antennas, though, as he gets the tower up. He's got a 54-foot mast. And he'll have some Yagis and other things up there, so he'll be working you from Visalia before too long, I'm pretty sure. 7-3, John, KE7, KD6, WVL, K6MYC.
That sounds good, Mike. If I it's probably just luck. Hey, thanks for the check-in, and we'll be looking forward to the next one. 86 WVL.
Yeah, okay. And of course, it'll be good for you when you get a little more into. Well, maybe one of these days you should be able to work DMO5. I don't know if Aaron's hearing you or not. Aaron, are you copying any of the guys there around Ken, Mario, or John?
Yeah, I'm a little busy right now, Mike. I lost the internet, so I'm kind of running around fixing stuff. K6US.
Oh, okay. So the internet's down, so he can't connect to DMO5 right now. He uses the internet to link it, but he's lost it for some reason, so can't make that test. Maybe next week, John. 7-3, guys, K6MYC, clear with KD6WVL and sliding over toward Sacramento. Anybody else? How about Steve or Jay or anybody? K6MYC. Okay, let me go into Sacramento here, KD6, KJ6KFB. How about you, Darren? KJ6KFB or KO6KD? How about you, Bill?
Yeah, Mike, KO6KD, Bozo 776. Good evening. Did not hear anything this morning. I know you had a short leash, but even then, I never heard a thing this morning. Must have been a bad band, but anyway, look for you tomorrow. I have not heard from Darren, but I do know John is out here. Back to you, KO6KD.
Okay, well, I was not on this morning. I had a very short window, and my window went away just doing little loose end things like brushing my teeth and so on. We had to leave here at 8:45. So I only had about a 10 or 15 minute window, and I went right through that eating breakfast. So I had a little shorter time this morning. Didn't get out at all. So hopefully it'll be okay tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have propagation tomorrow, Bill. And we'll see you then. Thanks for checking in here. I did not hear Darren here, but we'll look for John. Hopefully we'll hear John here in a minute. 73's, Bill. Catch you in the morning. KO6KD over to KR6MR like that. John, go ahead. I don't hear John.
Go ahead, John. You there?
K6MYC, K6MYC. Try to speak on me because I do not hear you. Did not hear you. This is KR6MR, KR6MR, Bozo 759, Bozo 759. Have you found me? Over.
Yeah, I got you. You got mobile flutter on you, but I hear you. Pretty good signal, pretty stable except for the mobile flutter. KR6MR 759, K6MYC. Very good, no problem. The antennas and the pattern, there's not much diffusion tonight on the band, and I have to be pointed right at you in order to hear you. There's not much spreading of signals, if you will. I call it diffusion, but it's confusion to everybody because you point in 20 different directions and you hear them everywhere. I got one guy in Visalia. I went 180 degrees and I never lost him. But he was running a whole loop, so he was bouncing off the hills in one direction and then direct path and then hills to the west in the other direction. So sometimes a whole loop has an advantage. Hi. Back to you, John. KR6MR or K6MYC, over.
Yeah, okay, Mike, you just took a fade. So I'll let you go. You get up there and get to the right guys in Reno. So take care. It was a nice day today. Not too hot. So pleasant this weekend, I hope. K6MYC, KR6MR. Back to net and have a good evening.
Roger. Thank you, John. No fade here. You're solid copy and easy copy, so. That's 800 watts going your way, over.
Yeah, you're coming in a lot better now, over.
Well, maybe it's just, I don't know. There are some short duration fades in here, no doubt about it. All right, 7-3, good evening. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you Sunday night, John. KR6MR, K6MYC, clear and listening for anybody else before we go to Nevada.
WA6LOL, Sonora.
K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6WIS 637. I hear you, Paul, and I think I heard WA6LOL. Were you in there, Dave?
Yeah, hi, Mike. Yep, it's me down here in the mud.
852?
856.
856. I knew that wasn't right. 856. We got you. Pretty good. I'm not probably pointed right at you, but we got you anyway. Good to hear you. Thanks for checking in here on 432. Let me pick up Paul, and I'll peek on Paul, and it may also improve your signal a little bit. Good evening to you, Paul, and thanks for being there. On the direct path, K6 Whiskey India Sugar Placerville, K6MYC, over.
Hi, good evening, Mike. K6MYC. Your signal strength here is anything from S1 to S7. Big QSP jumping and sometimes some multipassing.
You didn't stay on quite long enough to get me back to where I have a peak on you. Give me 10 more seconds, over.
K6WIS. I guess the pass popped out momentarily, but I hear you back in there again. How me, over?
Yeah, no, you're fine. I just was going back and forth across you with the antenna. That's why the path was dropping out. It wasn't the path, it was me. I was dropping you out. The pattern, there's no diffusion tonight. The signals are absolutely where they're supposed to be, but you better be right on it. You go 3 or 4 degrees either side of center, and I lose you. So it's a pinpoint accuracy has to be used tonight, so it's harder to peak on you. And but we got good copy on you now. There's probably some QSB in here as well. And that makes it even harder, but I got a good peek on you that time. Good to hear you. Do you have anybody else? I have not heard anything from the Clear Lake boys tonight. K6 Whiskey India Sugar in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC and the group. This is K6WIS. No one else to relay, just myself, Mike, over.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, thanks very much for being there and checking in on 432. We got quite a good list here tonight. We're probably pushing toward 30, which is a good number for this band. So thanks again, Paul. Good evening. Have a good weekend. Enjoy, and we'll see you Sunday night. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6MYC 73.
Yeah, 73, Mike. K6WIS is clear.
Okay, and how's this path for you, Dave? Is it okay, or is it down a little bit in this direction, over?
Well, you're really loud. I should be 330, I think, direct path from you, and you're about 343, but I've been hearing you all night, no matter which direction you were, just not, like, loud on 2 meters, but you know what I did? I got that 450 antenna out there, your 18-element horizontal M2, and I raised it up by about 10 inches, and boy, it's working better. You know, I've got the rotor ready to go on the tower, or on the mast tomorrow, and I had to recalibrate everything because I used a different rotor with a different head, I told you. And I put the map thing on, so I got the whole map of California. I just click on where it is, and the antenna goes there. So, anyway, getting along here. K6MYC in the group, WA6LOL.
Yeah, perfect copy. Yeah, well, a little bit of QSB and a little bit of multipath, and then it cleared up, so it was very solid, though. Just a normal VHF and UHF conditions with varying signal characteristics the whole time. Okay on the 432, 440, 18 and all. It's doing good, no problem. Okay on hearing me in almost every direction there. Yeah, well, that's the beauty of being up high there where you are in Sonora. You've got a little bit of clear shot out across the valley, and you probably hear me on all kinds of bounces and stuff, too. Anyway, thanks, Dave. Good to hear you, and we'll see you Sunday night, of course. I don't know, are you going to try and come down for the swap meet?
Yeah, I'm going to make it down. I'm going to stay at the Piccadilly Inn there, and then Rob and Ken and I are going to go to dinner Friday night. I'm in the hotel, and then I'll be there Saturday morning. 7 o'clock in the morning, that's the middle of the night, you know. But anyway, interesting to hear you talk about that diffusion. I guess it's a similar thing with wind blowing the temperature around, and if you don't have any and it's all not windy, then I guess you get I guess that's what causes diffusion.
Well, I don't know what causes the diffusion, because some signals have it tonight and others don't. You're all over the place. I can hear you everywhere. Like you said, 330 is probably the proper heading for you, but I'm clear up here at 340 where I was for where Paul is, and you're still coming in nicely, so I didn't move it. But that's sort of the diffusion. Sometimes that could be confused by just bounce paths, so you got to be careful that you're not just looking at a different bounce path. But what I see when I point at somebody, like in the Bay Area, and I could go back and forth from 270 to 310 and hardly see any difference. There's no real peak on them. That's what I call diffusion. And it's really poor signals altogether, because the signal, what little there is of it, is spread all over the map. Anyway, good evening, Dave. Have a good weekend. Maybe you'll make a few repairs and check out the rest of the rotor system there, and also make sure your EME system is working. I know you said there was a question mark whether you're pointing as you should be on the EME system there. Have fun. We'll see you Sunday night. WA6LOL. And Rob, do you want to say? I'm not trying to keep Rob out of here, but I'm not sure who he's copying. Are you hearing Dave tonight, Rob, Erie?
Yes, barely hearing him. I can't quite make out what he's saying there, Mike. KM6SRR. You're probably hearing me, Dave, unless you got power. I'm running a little smoke on this band there. WA6LOL, KM6SRR.
Yeah, I hear you, Rob. KM6SRR, WA6LOL. Yeah, you're perfectly readable. Sound good. Mike, are you going to make it down to the swap meet?
Repeat the question. He probably didn't get it.
No, I was asking you. Are you going to make it down to the swap meet?
Well, I don't know yet. I think I've got company coming this weekend, and that's what's messing me up. I haven't heard who's coming and when they're going to be here. Over.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was looking forward to seeing you. I'll leave your swap meet whenever noon or so pack up, and then I'm going to head down to LA. I don't really have exact plans. I'm just going to head that way, and I think I'll end up out on Catalina Island and see my kid.
Okay. Well, I went back and forth on you. I went down to 330, but you're not at 330. I got you about 345 here or something, so it's path shifted a little bit here tonight. Anyway, if we see you, we see you, and we won't... we won't know till it gets closer to the weekend. We're almost on it now, but I still don't know. See you later. WA6LOL, K6MYC. Good night, and over to you, Rob, for any final to Dave there.
Yeah, I heard him in there, but I couldn't make out what he was saying there. I hope he's still on for Friday night. We're going to get some dinner. WA6LOL, KM6SRR.
Yes, he's going to stay at the inn there, and he's expecting to have dinner with you. Yes, so I'm sure you'll be talking to each other on the phone.
Roger, Roger. Thank you. KM6SR, clear.
Hi, Mike.
Okay, who is Hi, Mike? Who is Hi, Mike? Was that you, Dave?
Oh, yeah, I said good night, Mike.
Oh, good night. Okay. Yeah, you were coming up out of the AGC when Rob's on. He crushes me, and it takes a few seconds for the receiver to recover here. Okay, 7-3. He's on for Friday night there. 73, K6MYC. Bye-bye. Okay, anybody else before I go to Nevada? K6MYC. Okay, Nevada. KD6BQ or KE7UQL, K6MYC, calling and listening. Yeah, Roger, no problem. Good copy, Richard. You're plenty good even for sideband. It's a little rough. It's got a little moldy path on it, but it's not bad. A good strong signal. KD6BQ, K6MYC, over. Yeah, we've got you. It's Q5, but very light on sideband. I moved the antenna a little bit more, and you came way up, so. Good deal, and I assume Daniel is in here as well. KD6BQ, K6MYC, we have your 249 and listening for KE7UQL 272.
It is 272. This is KD7UQL, over.
We got you all okay, Daniel, 272, no problem. Good copy, go ahead.
Roger, thank you. Much better than last night. Clean channel tonight, over.
Yeah, well, you're not real strong right at the moment, but I suspect that's just a characteristic of the band. We've had quite a big QSBs, lots of QSB, but you're Q5, and that's the main thing. Thank you for always coming up when you can with your setup there, Daniel. I appreciate your many check-ins there. Thanks much. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you Sunday night on 2 meters. KE7UQL with KD6BQ, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KE7UQL, 73.
Yeah, now that was quite loud. How are you doing, Rob?
Yeah, I just barely heard him that time. How you doing there, Daniel? KE7UQL, KM6SRR.
KM6SRR, KE7UQL. Good evening, Rob.
Yep, came up, sounding good there. Thanks for being there.
Roger, thank you, 73.
73. And Richard, KD6BQ, you were booming in here. How you doing? Oh yeah, good copy there. Good copy. Thanks. We'll see you later.
You got the path for Richard. He's here, but he's not quite Q5, so that's how weak it is. You're doing much better with Richard than I am. Good evening, Richard. We'll see you Sunday night, 73s. Have a good weekend and enjoy your weekend there. And we'll try to do the same here. Hi. It's going to be hot until Monday. Monday, Memorial Day, is supposed to be down in the low 80s, but up before that, it's supposed to be in the high 90s. So we're going to have a warm weekend here. That's good for the people that are coming over to go swimming. Hi. 73, KD6BQ, KE7UQL, KM6SR, and others. K6MYC, clear for now. 73.
711.
Yeah, I got you, John. I'm sorry that I didn't get you to recognize. I recognized you. I thought you heard me say I got you, but Anyway, good signal. Go ahead, John. Are you copying the guys up north?
Yeah, and thanks. Yeah, I guess I did hear you, and then I forgot that I heard you. Short memory. See you Saturday if I can. K6MI.
Yeah, well, we'll cross our fingers. We just don't know what's going to happen here with the guests. It's not special stuff, but I got grandkids coming and stuff, so I don't want to be gone when the grandkids are here. Over.
Oh yeah, family first. K6MI.
Thank you, John. 7-3. Okay, anybody else while I'm pointed up this way? K6MYC Bozo Net 432-100.
K6US.
7-3, Richard, and go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, Mike, yeah, that was fun. I lost internet here at my house, so it wasn't a problem with the hill. It was a problem with my internet here, but I'm back up and running. K6US.
Are you on DMO5 now?
No, this is from the home, because with you pointed up north, it's better to get the bounce down here to Fresno than to use the remote.
Yeah, got it. Okay, no problem. You're good and strong here. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here. Rob, you were here from the beginning, so is there any reason to send anything to you?
Oh, probably not. I've got, let's see, 27.
Yeah, we got close to 30, not bad. I think the first check-in was 971. Let's see. Trying to remember who it was here. 971. The only one we didn't get, we thought we would. He must have forgotten again. Is old Bozo 61. I thought we'd have him for sure.
Yeah, I checked in on the whistle.
Yes, you did. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Have a good weekend. Maybe we'll see some of you on Saturday. Maybe we won't, but you'll know why I'm not there, even though I'll be there in spirit for sure. Good night, all. K6MYC Bozo 47 and Delta Mike 07 Delta Bravo, closing the 432-100 net on May 22. Is it May 22 or 21? K6MYC.
21, and good night, Mike. K6US, Delta Mike 06.
Hey, Mike, got an email from the LA guys. They had 16 tonight on their net, so we did pretty good.
Roger, 7-3, Richard, 7-3. You got some QR Mary. I had QR Mary. So if you had a message, you better resend. I got your CW all okay. 7-3, KD6PQ, K6MYC. Okay, 7-3. Okay, he was in there banging away when you were telling me about the LA guys. Well, how much do they normally get, Rob? Is that typically 16 to 20 is what their count is?
Yeah, I think that's normally what they get. So we did them better by 11 tonight.
Yeah, not bad. It's too bad that Ralph can't turn up this way, because I could work Ralph easily from here, and we could work him, and then maybe a couple of other guys, 727 could work him, and so could Bill, and he could also get Rob from DMO 5 and maybe even from DMO 6, who knows. But Ralph can't get anybody over there for some reason to fix his rotator. He's got a kid, a son that does work for him occasionally, but apparently they just can't seem to get that thing sorted out, over.
Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's been a long time. You think they'd have had a chance to work on it by now.
Yep.
I tried listening for him, Rob. I had the remote pointed down south. I was up on 120, and I could kind of hear some chatter from down south in there, but nobody ever came up to the level of me being willing to try to check in with them. So yeah, as far as I could tell, he wasn't rotating.
Yeah, I heard you when you were telling Mike about it. Yeah, from what I understand, he isn't rotating, so it's kind of stuck in one way.
Oh well. Yeah, we can always just kind of jab them for getting more. Well, the funny thing is we have more territory to cover, but they have more population. There's no excuse. They should be getting pretty much the same amount of people as we have.
Oh yeah, he's got coverage to Mexico, for heaven's sake. If there's others, there's a couple of guys in Mexico that are quite active, XC2BC and a couple of others. So they can certainly work San Diego and Loma, Point Loma, and all that area, and back into La Mesa and El Cajon and back east, Pomona. There's all kinds of hams tucked away back in there. So they should have 20 or 30 or 50.
Yeah, and they got some interesting topography down there, but you get enough relays and the mountains aren't a problem.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, it takes, I think it takes motivation too, and there may be not much. Ralph may not be pushing them. And if he don't rotate, then he can't dig about either.
Yep, Roger. All righty, Mike. Well, hopefully we'll see you on Saturday, or we'll talk to you Sunday night. K6US.
Okay. Either way, we'll be there in spirit, like I say, Aaron. Take care, guys. Enjoy your hamburgers on Saturday there. KM6SRR, K6US, K6BBG still listening in the background, and whoever else, K6MYC, going that way.
Hey, Mike, do you have a ride if you're going to go?
Not exactly. But I don't want to get up at 7.
Okay, well, okay. Be that way, haha. YC, KM6SR, 73.
Oh, I was thinking maybe I could get Frank to go down, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, sounds good. 73 to you too, Aaron, K6US, KM6SR. And Dave, if you're hearing me, K6VBG, KM6SR. 73 all.
And K6US from Delta Mike 05, shutting down the remote.
I hear you on the DMO5, even though I'm pointed north, 7-3.